All right, welcome back. So today we're going to be looking at starting point on HackTheBox, guy. So if I go ahead and I log in and I click on starting point over here to the left, we can go ahead and we can download the VPN, connect to HackTheBox starting point. We're going to go ahead and we're going to download the OpenVPN. We'll say download that. Once that downloads, we'll move back to ourselves. We're going to start off with the machine. I believe it's called Meow. Is that correct? Yep, Meow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and we'll move from downloads, right? And we'll go ahead and we'll grab that starting point VPN right here. We'll do a sudo OpenVPN starting point. And then there we go. Okay, so now we have our VPN up and running, right? I'm going to stop that VPN over there. Probably have two VPNs now, two tunnels up, or we have a tunnel one. There we go. That's all right. All right, we'll go ahead and we will right click. I got my Terminator over here. Start up new Terminator. We'll CD desktop, hack the box, and starting point. I believe I called it. Nope. CD to starting point. Let's do it like that. Yep, there we go. All right, cool. So we'll go ahead and make directory for Meow. We'll CD to Meow. And we'll go ahead and clear the screen there. And let's start this off, right? So we go ahead and we can try to start this sheet up. Let's go ahead and refresh this to let it know, like, hey, I did actually connect. Hopefully it actually takes it. Because sometimes you won't actually see it pop up for spawn machine if it decides not to connect. Yep, we already did that. Come on, big guy. You can do it. Let's go ahead and head back over to app.hackthebox. Let's refresh the whole page. There we go. So we got our starting point VPN up and running. And we'll go ahead, we'll head over here. All right, and we can go ahead and spawn this machine, right? Well, let's see spawn. We'll go ahead and we'll go through some questions, right? So what does the acronym VM stand for? That's going to go ahead and that's going to be virtual machine, right? Can I actually look at it, or am I not allowed to look at it after I already answered it? Guess I'm not allowed to look at it anymore, huh? Guess that's it for me. I get to do it once, and then that's going to be it. There's got to be a way to be able to look at it afterwards. Maybe once it comes online, then we can look at the tasks or something like that. What tool do we use to interact with the operating system in order to issue commands via the command line, such as one to start a VPN is also known as console or shell? I think it's trying to say command line interface, like a CLI. That's what I think it's trying to say. But I won't know because, there we go. It's just saying console. Oh, terminal. Okay. Yeah, terminal. Okay, we show an answer up here, virtual machine, right? So what service do we use to form our VPN connection into Hack the Box Labs? I believe it's talking about OpenVPN. Yep. Okay. What tool do we use to test our connection to the target with ICMP echo request? So an ICMP, that's going to be a ping. Okay, we go ahead and test our connection link real quick. We go ahead and grab that IP address. We can do a ping to it. So we can ping that guy right there. And of course it does a ping. So that looks great. Great test so far, right? Let's go ahead. We can try to close down. Sometimes you have to close this and then reopen it. There we go. It's probably because I had to refresh everything else. So we're getting pings now. Cool. So we know that we're talking that service now, right? What's the name of the most common tool for finding open ports on a target? It's going to be mmap, right? So let's go ahead and let's start up an mmap, right? So we'll do an mmap, tac which means, hey, I want to scan all ports, okay? Tac-VV means very verbose. Show it to me as it comes through, right? So I want to see it as it comes through. We're going to throw that IP address in there with Control-Shift-V, all right? And then from here, we do a tac-PN. That means do not ping. Don't ping the target. All right, this works well on Windows machines. Windows sometimes don't like pings. And if ICMP is shut down, then we can obviously say, hey, don't ping this target. Don't see if it's alive or whatever. I already know it's alive, right? From here, we can do like attack SV to see the versions. We can do attack SC to run default scripts, which if you look at the mmap documentation, you can see what all those default scripts are. If you're going to run something like that, you always want to do attack open just to only have it run that version scripts on those open ports that we find. All right, since we're running on all ports and this is a CTF type box, we can go ahead and we can up the timing. So mmap originally starts at, or by default is at a timing of 3. It can go up to 5 or down to 1. All right, I think it's 1 or 0. I always forget. But pretty much the lower timing you go, the slower it's going to go, and things like that. The higher timing is going to make it move faster. All right, so we go ahead and enter here. And we do see this port 23 is open. Okay, it does ask about the port 23 also. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to run mmap scan just on that port 23 now. We'll run default scripts, default version, tac open, even though we're just saying just run out port 23. Do not ping the target. Run it very verbose, time it at 5. And I do have to give it an IP address, obviously. It's not that intelligent, right? You can't just know what my brain's thinking. So mmap is one tool that we could use. Another tool that we could use, especially for CTFs, things like that, is rustscan. So if we type in rustscan, right, we do a U limit of 5,000, give it the IP address. TAC A is going to be our IP address. And then that's tac link right here. That says, hey, I want to call for mmap commands. So I'm going to say tac do not ping the target, right? It's going to call for mmap commands. As you see, this is going to run a lot faster. This will probably most likely finish before this one does, even though this guy was started before it. All right, but we see that port 23 immediately. And then there we go. Okay, this one's already done, running through all 65,535 ports. So we do see this port 23, and we do see the service is Telnet, right? So we go ahead and what service do we identify our scan? We do identify Telnet at our scan. Okay. What is the username to log into the target with Telnet with a blank password? All right, let's go ahead and test that out. All right, there's a couple things we can try here. So if we do a locate.nse, we can see all the mmap scripts over here. There should be one for Telnet, I believe. We can grab tac I Telnet. We do have some Telnets here, right? So let's go ahead and do an mmap tac p23 tac script equals. We can either give it the full path or just say telnet brute.nse. We could do either of those two. Okay, or we could just say like telnet star if we want to. All right, that's going to run all three of these different telnet scripts. Okay, we'll do a telnet brute.nse. We'll make that very verbose. We'll do a timer at 5 again because it is a CTF. We'll go ahead and we'll grab the IP address from over here. We'll throw that in there. All right, Control-Shift-C to copy on Linux, Control-Shift-V to paste within that terminal there. We'll see if we get anything with this, like right here. We can also just try to log in, right? So we can always try a telnet into there. We'll see what we can get. So it looks like that brute didn't really work very well. Some of those NSE scripts do not work very well. That's okay. All right, we are connected, right? Who am I? All right, it does want a password though. So it says meow login. Okay, so we can try root. Root is always a good one to try with no password. Root tour is a good one. And we do log in as root. All right, awesome. Okay, so we do log in as root on this one, like right here, right? So Telnet can also, you can also intercept messages with Telnet, right? You can use Wireshark, things like that, and see everything in plain text. So if I do who am I now, I should be able to see that I am root. Okay, awesome. If I do an ifconfig, we can see that I am on this machine, right? That was the IP address that we've been using. So we see everything, right? We should be able to get into the root folder. cd/root. Stack LA. All right, and there's our flag.txt like right there. And it's probably going to ask us that next. Submit the root flag. Awesome. So we have went through, we completed this guy like right here, right? And we've gone through the different steps showing Telnet, showing mmap, right? Showing rustscan, showing some of the different features that mmap has. Just a few of them. I also have an mmap, a whole mmap class on my YouTube here. But we looked at the features of the different parts of mmap, and we were able to go ahead and get into this machine through Telnet, utilizing root with no password. So I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something, and I'll talk to you all later.